The bill for the childhood I didn't choose. I remember the day I left for state, my dad didn't even look up from his paper. He just said, "Don't bother calling unless you're calling to say you've come to your senses." See, in my family, if you weren't a doctor or a lawyer, you were a ghost. I wanted to build furniture. I wanted to work with my hands. To them, that was a one-way ticket to being a failure. When I came back for summer break, the locks were changed. No note, no forwarding address, nothing. My own mother had blocked my number. I spent that first night in the back of my old truck, eating a cold can of beans, wondering what I'd done to deserve a disappearing act from the people who raised me. Fast forward 15 years, I didn't just build furniture. I built an empire, custom high-end pieces for the biggest tech moguls in Silicon Valley. Then, out of the blue, I get an invite to a family reunion at a five-star steakhouse. I went, mostly out of curiosity. My parents were there, looking older and a lot grittier. We didn't even get to the appetizers before my father leaned in. He didn't ask how I was, he didn't apologize for the decade of silence. Instead, he pushed a piece of paper across the table. It was a spreadsheet. Every diaper, every meal, every pair of shoes from 1985 to 2004. He looked me dead in the eye and said, "We figured since you're so successful now, it's time you settled your debt. We calculated interest. You owe us $450,000. I looked at the bill, then at my mother, who was nodding like this was perfectly normal. I didn't yell, I didn't cry. I just took out my pen, wrote a big void across the page, and stood up. I told him, "You didn't raise a son, you tried to grow an investment. And just like any bad stock, I think it's time you realized you've lost everything." I walked out before the breadsticks even hit the table. Some debts are better left unpaid.